I have officially lost the plot. It's official. What a time to be alive. Living in Miami, working in my 9 to 5. Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back. So I am currently looking like I don't know what. Ew. Oh my god, I've got my moisturizer in my hair. Gross. I'm looking like a scrambled egg, but by the end of this video we will be looking like a fried egg, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. So today we're going to quarantine and chill together. So the plan for today is I'm going to cut my fringe. And that is why I'm saying I have officially lost the plot. Because if you know me, you know that I should not be allowed near these things, let alone near my hair with these things. So that is going to be really interesting. And then I'm going to do my makeup because I've not sat down and just filmed me doing my makeup on my channel for such a long time. And I know a lot of you guys are really interested in seeing like what products I use and how I do my makeup, etc. So we're going to do that today. So it's been a month since I got my fringe cut, and I was getting my fringe cut every 2 weeks. So it is really overdue a cut. It has been doing my absolute head in. Like, I'm sure you can tell, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's just gotten way too long. It's not sitting right on my face. There's no volume. It's very flat. Like, it's just sitting very flat and it's like dragging my face down. My boyfriend thinks this is an awful idea. And so do I, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. It's at the point now where I'm just so aware of my fringe, which is what I never wanted. Like, I can constantly feel it fluttering off my eyelashes. Like, look how long that is. So first things first, we are going to tie back all the hair that we don't want to cut. And I've also lost my pieces along the side. Like, they're not very shaped anymore, so I want to shape them as well. Oh my god, I'm so freaking scared. So I'm sick of all this negativity floating around. So for the next 20 minutes or however long this video is going to be, we're going to leave the negativity behind. We're going to bring the positivity into this little bubble, okay? Unless I fuck up my fringe, because then there will be a lot of negativity. But look, that's not going to happen, okay? Positive vibes over here. I watched a tutorial on a girl doing this last night, and first things first, and also what my hairdresser normally does, is she blow dries my hair. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Why is it burning my scalp? Oh, I don't think it's meant to burn my scalp. The hairdresser doesn't normally burn my scalp. Okay, right, maybe we need to turn the heat down a little bit. Do you see this bald patch? Look at that bald patch. Oh my god, PCOS sisters. Sister. I'm not a fan of these brushes. I'm not able to control them very well. Like, what are you meant to do? You're meant to go, nah. Right, I think we're just gonna wing it, even though it's definitely not meant to be sitting like that. Okay, so basically what they were saying online is if you want a wispy fringe, which is what I want, you cut up the way, and if you want a blunt fringe, you go that way. So honestly, I think a wispy fringe. Oh my god, am I just gonna go for it? Okay. I also bought these scissors this morning in the chemist. It was only €10. Oh my god. Okay, no, I can do this. I can do this. Right, so I feel like we need to leave the sides a little bit longer, don't we? Concentration levels are at an all-time high over here. My hairdresser also told me to never cut my fringe because she was like, when girls cut their fringe, they always ruin it, or most of the time they ruin it, and then they come back into the hairdresser being like, can you fix this? And she was like, no, we can't fix it because you ruined it. Like, I can't just add hair onto your head. But I literally have no choice. Like, also, this was only like the second last scissors that was left in the hairdressers. So I feel like everybody's having the same idea as me. Oh my god! Okay, it's already looking better. This bald patch on the side of my head is a real problem though. And if you've any tips on how to, oh, I don't want to go near the side pieces. Any tips on like how to cover this up, or like, I don't know, just how to not make it look so bald, because, oh, I don't know, right, so I feel like the hairdresser only goes like this. Oh, so she goes, does she go down like this? Yeah, okay, we want a little short piece there. And then we're gonna go, oh no, okay, so this is where it's gonna be a struggle because I'm right-handed, so I don't know how I'm gonna, oh no, how am I gonna do this piece? Oh, there's all hairs on my face. Right, we'll go with some more pieces over here.
This is all of the hair that has come out of my hair, my fringe so far.
I feel like a wispy fringe is a lot easier to cut than a blunt fringe because you've got to get all the pieces straight, whereas with a wispy fringe it doesn't matter if the hairs are like different lengths because that is the whole point of a wispy fringe. I need that thing they have in the hairdresser. Do you know, like they use a big brush and they just like wipe all the hairs away? So I might just use a makeup brush. Oh, it's not working. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and straighten the side pieces now just to see what it's kind of looking like when the hair is all completely flat. But I think that's looking a little bit better. It's not as long. Actually, no, it's still so long. Oh no, I feel like I've really thinned out that piece. I'm so confused. Like, so much hair has come out of my head, but it doesn't look like it. Like, it still looks quite long, but it feels a lot better now. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so happy with that. It feels so much better. Like, I can't feel it in my eyes now. Like, I can't just feel it like drooping over my lashes. I see a little doggy friend. Hi, doggy friend. Oh my god, honestly girls, if you have a fringe, just go and get yourself a pair of hairdressing scissors. Like, this was only €10 and just do what I did. Like, if I can do it, honestly, the man on the freaking moon can do it, because I would be the one to absolutely destroy my fringe, and it actually looks good. It just didn't have any kind of shape or texture. Like, do you see like all these little bits of kind of like texture now we have where it's like different lengths? That's what I love in my fringe, but I didn't have any of that. Like, it had turned into like a really blunt fringe, and like it wasn't even sitting. Like, do you see the way now it's kind of like poofing out and it's kind of got volume? That's what I also love in a fringe, whereas because it was so long, it was like just sitting like straight like this, so it just looked so rough. And I'm feeling myself. Time to do the face. That's actually something that really grosses me out. Is do you know that little brush I was talking about they use in the hairdressers to like brush all the hairs off your face? Every time they go to use that, I'm like, my whole insides are like, oh, quaking, because I'm like, how many other people's faces have you had that on? Have you cleaned that? Probably not, since you last put it on someone else's face, and now it's going on my face. So for my brows, I'm going to be using the Brow by Benefit in shade 5. I've been using this to do my brows for years, and I absolutely love this stuff. And I always pop just a little bit of the Duraline by Inglot in, just to like soften the brow gel up, as I find it's a lot easier to use when it's like moist. I hate that word. It's so moist. I actually don't remember the last time I filmed a like kind of get ready with me on my channel. Like, it has been such a long time. Like, I want to say it's nearly been a year, and that's solely because I just felt like nobody was really interested in them anymore. But I asked you guys on Instagram quite recently if you would like me to start doing some makeup content, and like 80% of you guys voted yes for makeup content, so I probably will just start including videos like this now and again, because I think they're nice, like a nice old school kind of video. Like, I love watching these kinds of videos, and I also love seeing the way other people do their makeup and just chitting and chatting. Like, I love watching these kinds of videos when I'm getting ready. Like, it's just a nice bit of company. Like, having a familiar voice in the background is nice. Like, you don't feel so lonely. Do you know what, actually, I remember when I was getting a fringe and I had like so many people say to me like, oh my god, get a fringe, like it's the best thing ever, like you don't have to worry about doing your makeup on your forehead or anything, because obviously like, oh my god, I'm after ruining this eyebrow, have I? Because like obviously nobody's gonna see it or whatever, but I do my makeup on my forehead. Like, I'm like, how do you not do your makeup on your forehead? Because if I go outside or anything and it's windy and my fringe is like blowing up, I'd like be 3 different colours on my freaking face. Like, if I didn't do my makeup on my forehead, I'd look nuts. Okay, we've got brows on. I've had my period for like the last week, and I don't know what it was this month, but my hormones and my PMS was like especially bad. Like, it was really bad. And like all week I didn't work out, I didn't put makeup on, like I just felt so shit inside myself. And like, normally my PMS does affect me quite badly, but not as bad as it did this week. And today I woke up and I was just feeling like a little bit lighter in myself and not so like hormonal, and I was like, you know what, we're going to put some makeup on. Because like, I know a lot of people online have been saying like, oh, putting makeup on isn't making them feel better and they just feel worse. but I do really enjoy it, and it's not just like the aftermath of having the makeup on, but like I really enjoy doing it. Like I find doing my makeup so relaxing and therapeutical, and like it's creative, like it's a way to get artistic, and it's also, I feel, a great time to like practice new looks and practice makeup if you are into makeup, because when I first started doing makeup, that was exactly how I thought myself. Like I would just sit at home on the weekend, like whenever I'd have time off from my part-time job, I'd just sit in my room, play my music or play some YouTube videos and practice looks. Like I'd follow tutorials on YouTube, or I'd just play around with eyeshadows, and like for years it was awful. Like my eyeshadow was ridiculous and my eyeliner and everything, but I was learning and I was practicing, and I just do my makeup and I just take it off after, just wear it around the house. And that is how I got better at makeup, and then learned what looks good on my face and what doesn't look good on my face. Do you know what I mean? I just went in with some of the MAC Studio Fix concealer, and this is in shade NC10. I only got this the last time I was in the airport, and it was because obviously you get 20% off MAC at the airport, and I'd never tried this concealer or the foundation, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna splurge on myself and treat myself to these products, because I always see people raving about them, and I'd never tried like a MAC foundation or anything ever, but I actually really like their concealer and foundation. I got these like 3 maybe months ago, and they're still going strong, so that's great. But yeah, I find it like a great coverage, and it matches my skin tone, which is amazing because I'm literally like a bloody milk bottle. So the 2 palettes I'm going to use for my eyes today are the Be Perfect L&D Master palette, which just looks like this, and then also the Be Perfect Carnival palette, which just looks like this. But I'm only going to be using like maybe 2 shades out of this, like the yellow and the brown, and then I'm going to be taking the oranges and the browns out of this one as well. So I was wearing this like orange brownie kind of eyeshadow on my Instagram one of the days when I was on my stories, and I had a few of you guys asking if I do a tutorial on that look, so I'm just gonna do that eyeshadow look now. So I normally just start with a yellow, so I start with a yellow for my transition color, then I'll go in with a lighter orange, then a darker orange, then we'll go in with some browns in our crease, and then we'll go in with a shimmer. So they're the kind of colors we're going to be using for this look. It's such a simple look, but it's so pretty. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying. Like I've been watching like a lot of videos, obviously YouTube videos and stuff recently, and you know, people who are kind of addressing quarantine and what's going on. Like I just feel like everyone's being so negative about it, and I'm like, girls, boys, children, adults, honestly, we need to get our shit together. Like I feel like we need to realize that this could be so much worse, and we need to realize that we're not stuck at home, we're safe at home. Well, I know not everybody is safe at home, and my heart does go out to anybody who is stuck at home and aren't in a very safe environment. But for the most part, most people are safe at home, and like you're literally saving lives by staying at home. And I feel like we've just got to keep putting things into perspective, keep reminding ourselves that we're literally saving lives. Do you know what I mean? And like we're all in this together. Like we've never been so united as a world, I don't think. Well, obviously none of us have ever been alive when something like this has happened, so we've never experienced like everybody coming together and just being really united. And it's really nice to see, like it's really nice to see like everybody trying to help one another and be there for one another. And really that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Like this is just showing you how irrelevant most of the stuff in our lives are, and how quickly things can be taken away from you. And that's not a depressing thing, that's actually like, it's a really good thing to remind yourself of, because it just shows us what really matters, and that what really matters is the people in our lives. Like that's what matters, the connections we have with other people, our relationships with other people, material objects and all that. Like none of that matters at the end of the day. So I've just gone in with the yellow there, and now I'm going to go in with this color from the LMD palette, and this is Marbs. After Marbs I'm going to go in with Tiger, so that's what I'm going to be doing next. But what was I going to say, yeah, me and my sister were actually talking about this on the phone the other day. We had a FaceTime, and she was just saying how something that always helps her is reminding her that it could be so much worse, like that things could always be a lot worse. And I was like, yeah, I get what you mean, but that only works for me if I'm in a certain mindset. Like if I'm having an extremely depressive episode, or I'm going through a really difficult time mentally, that will not help me. Like you can sing that to me for days on end, like it could be so much worse. It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. I'm sorry. But with me, when I'm in a really low place in my head, I do just have to ride the wave. Like the intensity of the feelings and the emotions, I do have to ride that and just do little things that I know will slowly help me feel a bit better in days or weeks or whatever it might be. Like, it's not a quick fix when I'm in a really low place, but when I'm in the kind of middle ground, where I feel still like in control of my head and I don't feel like my anxiety has control of my thoughts, then I feel like I can be like, right, this could be so much worse. It could always be worse, you know. And I know it's like, oh, so just because I'm having a breakup, that doesn't matter because there's children starving in Africa. Like, I don't mean it like that. Like, that is honestly such a pet peeve of mine when someone's like, oh yeah, well your problems don't matter because somebody's going through worse. Like, no, yes they do matter, but sometimes we do just have to put things into perspective, I feel, for our own mental health and just to remind ourselves, you know, because I feel like because we do have a lot of time on our hands, like a lot of us are going into overthinking mode, and I know I have done it quite a few times already since quarantine has started. But just think of all the people who are out on the front line, the nurses, the doctors, the shopkeepers, like the freaking heroes, like the people who are literally making our lives still that bit easier and helping fucking fight this and to help us get back to normality as quick as we can. Like, them people are freaking amazing, and there are so many people who are fighting for us every day like one big family, do you know what I mean? And like, we're all working so hard to get through this together and get out the other side, and we will get out the other side, you know, and this will just be a part of history and it will just be something that our kids will be learning about in school. But I feel like we really just have to go with it and be like, look, we need to be grateful for what we do still have. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do every day, is just remind myself, Jessica, look, you've got this, you know, you have a roof over your head, you have food in your fridge, you have your boyfriend who you're being able to quarantine with, like, you know, you're healthy, you're not sick. Like, there are so many things we can be grateful for, and I feel like we just need to start being grateful. And I just wanted to talk about this because I've just not seen anybody be very positive about it online, and I know it's a really hard situation and a lot of us are in a really bad place mentally. Like, my mental health has not been the best since all this happened. Like, it's been quite up and down, but the last couple of days I've kind of just had to have been like, Jessica, sit yourself down, you know what I mean, we need to sort this out, we're gonna get through this, we are. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are struggling as well, is like, it's the anxiety, the anxious thoughts and like the overthinking. I had a full-on breakdown here one of the days over this whole situation. Like, I mean, I was gone. I was crying all day, like I was blubbering all day, and that's okay. Like, that is okay, you know, if you have to get out of your system, that's fine, but we need to pick ourselves back up and remind ourselves of what we do still have, you know. So now I'm going to go in with the Carnival palette. I'm going to take the shade Basic and then this darker brown shade, and I'm just going to pop them into the corner just to deepen it up a little bit. I'm going to go in with the lighter shade first, and then I'm going to go in with the darker one. When I'm doing my crease, I like to like kind of just like gently pull the side of my face here, and I just find you get in there a lot easier. I have literally been filming for an hour already and I'm still on my eyes. Oh my god, this video is going to be so long. See, I feel like this is why I love these videos, is because I can literally just sit down and just chat, like just chat about anything and everything, like whatever comes into my head, when it comes into my head, and they're just so chill. Like, these kinds of videos are chill. But please do let me know in the comments or with a thumbs up if you enjoy this kind of video, because I only want to put out content that you guys are going to enjoy as well. And especially right now, like, I am going to try to be posting more content for you guys, so please just give me that little feedback. Like, I'd be so grateful for you to give me that feedback. I'm using the natural lighting and I feel like I'm just like one big white blob. Oh my god, yesterday, all day yesterday, my nose was so painful, like inside my nose, and I was like, what the hell is that? And then last night before I went to bed, I just had like a little look, you know, on my nose. I was like, ew, like what's going on up there? And there was a spot, like with a full-on whitehead, like a proper spot. I didn't even know you could get spots inside your nose. And it wasn't just there, it was like a little bit in. And I was like, okay, honey. So I'm just gonna go in with the yellow now, just to like blend out any harshness up the top. So now I'm going to pop in with Mooney. So I'm going to go in with Mooney on like the inner corner of the eye, and then I'm going to go in with Queenie on the middle part of the eye, and I'm just gonna dab that glitter on. Like I'm not gonna wet the brush or anything, because I just want it kind of messy. I've been really liking wearing kind of like messy eye looks and not like really perfect cut creases or anything like that. I just feel like the messy kind of glittery looks are really in at the moment, and I'm loving them. Like so, just gonna tap it on, and then I'm gonna get another brush and pack Queenie on, and then we're gonna go in with this in the middle just to blend them in together. I normally like to do like a lighter glitter on the inner corner and then go in with like a slightly darker in the middle, because it just gives like a really nice effect, because you've got like a couple of different colors going on, but then they blend in really nice together. Oh my god, the state of my hair. And then the last thing I like to do is just take a little more of that really light brown I originally used and just slightly blend in the glitter and the brown, just so it's not like such a harsh transition and it's more of like a gentle transition. Okay, so like 10 years later and we're finally starting our face. Woohoo! So I'm just going to start off and go in with the Inglot Face and Body Illuminator, and this is in shade 69. I only got this quite recently because I got my makeup done at Inglot, and then I wanted to try this out because she used it on my face. And I actually really like it. It just gives your face like a nice glow before you go in with any products. So then you're just going to kind of have that glow all over your face. I'm going to go in with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC10 just to show you guys what it looks like on the skin. Just because I did use the concealer, I might as well use this. This MAC foundation and my Essence foundation are the two foundations I have been going between lately. To be honest, my makeup has not changed a whole bunch. Like, I still use a beauty blender to do my foundation, and I will always use a beauty blender to do my foundation. If you don't use a beauty blender, what are you doing? Yes, this does look too pale for my face right now, but it won't once all my products are on. Something that I have been doing to keep myself occupied and pass the time in quarantine is I bought The Sims 4. And have I got any fellow simmers here? Like, going back to Sims 2, like, oh my god, guys, I literally used to be like a sim addict. Like, I am not joking you. I had every expansion pack of The Sims 2 when I was like 14, and it was the year that my acne actually came out, and I got really bad acne all over my face, and I was so insecure about it. And I didn't leave the house for the whole summer because I was just so miserable inside, and I just felt so awful in myself. So I literally just spent the whole summer playing Sims, like my curtains closed, like shut the world out on my laptop. Like, I'd literally wake up at like 3 or 4 p.m. and I'd go to bed at like 5 or 6 a.m. and I just wake up, play Sims, then go to sleep. Like, it was just a problem. But I hadn't played Sims in the longest time, like years. It had been since I last played Sims. Like, I had Sims 3 as well. I used to play it when Sims 3 came out. But yeah, I kind of went off it then anyways. But then when all this happened, I was just kind of looking online, and I saw Origin had a sale on The Sims. They had like all their packs like 50% off. I feel like it was kind of because of everything that's going on, and I was like, oh my god, this is my chance. So I jumped on that and I ordered Sims. It was so cheap as well. They did like a bundle, so you could get like The Sims 4, you could get like an expansion pack and like a stuff pack or something for like 40 quid, which is so good because normally that would be like 100 quid or something. So I was like, bargain! Yeah, so basically I downloaded it and I have not looked back. It was the best thing I did in the last 2 weeks. It was the best 40 quid I've spent in a very long time. I'm just going in with some translucent powder now just to set my concealer. I always use translucent powder to set my concealer because I find it doesn't crease then. Whereas I find when you use like a powder, well, on my face it can crease and it just looks cakey. Like, do you know when all them lines start to come in your foundation? Whereas I find this Rimmel translucent powder, it's just like the one with the blue lid, absolutely fantastic. For my powder, I'm going in with the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. As you can see, I adore this product. I use this every day I do my makeup. I have been using this for a very long time now, and honestly I don't think I will ever use another banana powder because this one is just so amazing and it's so affordable. It's literally like 3 quid. I feel like I've literally been living the life I want to be living through my Sims characters, and it has been doing wonders for my head. It's like, oh, I want to go out and eat in a restaurant. I'll just get Nicola to do that. Like my sim Nicola, she can go out and do whatever the hell she wants to do, you know. Sims was literally like the only game that I was ever obsessed with or like addicted to as a child. Like, you know the way like a lot of people were like very obsessed with PlayStation or whatever it might be, but Sims was the only thing that like I actually got hooked on, and like I could just not stop playing it for the life of me. And it was just always a game where I could just get lost in. Like, there was always such few things for me personally, just because like I have such a short attention span, I have such a short concentration span. Not many things could like get me out of my head ever for like a long period of time, because I just always come back to being like very present and like very aware of what I was thinking at that time. But Sims was always like the one thing that would completely get me out of my head. Like, I would not be thinking of anything else, like I'd not be worrying about anything. Like, I would just be completely lost in this game, like every bit of me. Like, hours could go by and I wouldn't know about it. I feel like picking up something like that, maybe that you enjoyed when you were younger, would be a great place to start. Because that's the place I feel like we need to just be able to go at the end of our day, or in the evenings, or if we are feeling like a little bit stressed or whatever, is like just get out of our head and just completely get lost and throw ourselves into something else. Do you know what I mean? So I just went in there with this little Mac Mini. I got this in like a gift set at Christmas, or last Christmas. I don't know, was it Christmas just gone or the one before? But you basically got 4 Mac Minis in it, and this is in the shade Cream Sheen. So I don't know if they sell these colors like on their own, or if it was just like a little Christmas gift set. Like, as you can see, they are like the cutest little thing ever. I'm gonna go into some Hoola bronzer by Benefit now, and again you can see that I really love this product. Doing my makeup all cute to go up to the kitchen and raid the fridge for the 20th time today. Woohoo! Actually, that is something we need to discuss, is food. Okay, I don't know what it is, okay, but I have been really treating myself to snacks and sweets and crisps, and a lot of them at that. And I don't know if it's because I'm going to the supermarket, and I know it's like my only weekly outing of the week out of the apartment, so I'm like, oh my god, this is so exciting, this is great. Like, I feel like I'm just appreciating everything so much more now than ever. And like, I'm going into the shop and I'm seeing like a Smarties bar for like $1.50, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to have you. And that is like the highlight of my day, and that is beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Like, I'm like strutting down to the kitchen like, yeah, I'm gonna get my Smarties bar now, and I'm gonna snuggle up and play some Sims. Like, honestly, I've just been buying myself a lot more snacks than I usually would, and I don't know if it's because like it's the only thing that I know I can buy, so I'm like, oh, let's buy loads of snacks. I'm just like eating a lot more in the evenings than I normally would, and I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm not mad. Like, I've always eaten my feelings. Like, honestly, it's always something I've done. Like, food has always been a coping mechanism of mine. I mean, we could have a lot worse coping mechanisms if you ask me, but yeah, I'm just trying not to like beat myself up over stuff like that. Or like, if there is a day where I miss my workout, then like, oh, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not the end of the world, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we've just got to do what we can, and not beat ourselves up for what we can't do. Like, we're only bloody human. Something I never do is contour my nose, and I used to contour my nose, but about 1.5 years ago, makeup just stopped sticking to my nose. Like, I don't know what it was, but makeup would just like peel off my nose and go all patchy, and you just see little red speckles, and it was a bad situation. I think my nose was like extremely dehydrated or something, because makeup does stick now and it's absolutely fine. But I'm kind of afraid to contour, because basically what happened when my nose was really dry before, or whatever was going on, I don't, God even knows what was going on. When I'd contour my nose, it used to just look dirty. Like, do you know that mucky look? Like, that is not a look. Like, we do not, that is not cute, girls. Like, no. But I think I want to give it a go again, so let's just give it like a little light contour. Oh my god, she looks good. And I hate my nose. Like, I actually hate my nose. So like, contouring my nose was something that I used to live for, and then when I wasn't able to do it anymore, I was like, no. Okay. Oh my god, my face looks different. I have been missing out for this last 1.5 years, honestly. So now we're just gonna gently go in and blend. Oh, actually, I saw a trick. Oh, look at me being a little makeup artist. So I saw a girl contour her nose. I think it was like one of them Instagram stories or something. She contoured her nose, and then to blend it out, she just got powder
and she went over the lines. So I'm going to do exactly that, because I was like, oh my god, that is a genius idea. Because normally if you put powder on your nose and then you're like blending it in with a brush, you could very easily kind of rub the foundation off your nose. So I thought the powder trick was like a great idea, just to like blend it all in together, and it is working. Girls, you should experiment a little bit because you won't regret it. I normally just get like a smaller contour brush and I'll just blend it in and then up around the top of my forehead. I don't go like the full way around my forehead now, just because I do have a fringe, but I do just still slightly go up the way up here, just because, as I was saying, there's a lot of wind outside, even though I won't be going outside today or for the foreseeable future. But I get to go on my balcony and just get a big blendy fluffy brush and just blend that all in together. Okay, so now we're going to take our Rimmel translucent powder that we used earlier, and I'm going to get like this kind of flathead brush. Just going to dip it in, and then we're going to bake. I never used to bake my face. Like, I literally used to be like, girls, what are you doing? You're just adding extra steps on for no reason. Oh my god, look at the state. How? Like, how does that even happen? Yeah, I was like, girls, you are literally just adding unnecessary extra steps to your makeup routine for no reason whatsoever, until I actually started baking, and I was like, okay, no, this actually makes such a difference to your makeup and your face. Like, it just makes everything look so much more put together. I'm just going in with my Benefit Gimme Brow now, just to spruce up the brows a little bit. So I just like to do this at the end, once I have my foundation and all on, because I always do my brows at the start of my face and they often get like product in, like little bits of foundation and whatnot. So now I'm just going to pop in with some highlighter. I'm just going in with the Inglaw Sparkling Dust in shade 2. I love this stuff. I've actually not used this in such a long time. Like, I hadn't used this for like a year because I ran out, and I only picked some more up recently, but it's just one of them products that I'll always love. Like, it's really good. My nose has not looked this good in like 2 years. Yes. I've started going in with my highlighter before my blush. Like, I used to do my blush first and then my highlighter, but ever since I started doing my highlighter first and then my blush, it looks so much better. Because if you do your contour, your highlighter, and then your blush, kind of use your blush to blend everything all together. So like, have your blush here and then go and just blend it all together, and it just makes everything kind of one, instead of there being like 3 different layers going on. And it just makes it all look so much more natural, and it doesn't look like you're wearing loads of makeup then, even though I am wearing a lot of makeup. So now I'm just going to pop back in with that Tiger shade that we used earlier on, so the darker orange, and I'm just going to bring this under our waterline, just because whatever goes up must come down. And honestly, like, your eyeshadow looks so much better when you bring the colour down to the bottom. We're going to do the other one. I've been filming for a lot longer than I had planned to film, so I am so sorry if this video is painfully long. Sometimes I use like a denser brush, like a more compact brush like this, to do my under eyes if I want like a really kind of perfect line, whereas if I want a bit of a messier under eye look, I'll just go in with a fluffy brush, and I don't really mind if a little bit of it gets, you know, underneath and it's not like exactly perfect. So for mascara, I'm going to go in with the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Mascara. This is my all-time favourite mascara. This is what I am normally always wearing in my videos when you guys ask me what mascara I'm wearing. It is unreal, and it's like £4, if it's even £4. It could be like 3 something. Like, it is such an unreal mascara. Like, look at them lashes, look at them lashes. Oh my god, unreal. Yeah, I know I said I was going to style my hair and get dressed as well, but look, right, we're just going to the kitchen, honey. You can calm your tits, you don't need to do your hair as well. Oh my god, this mascara just makes my heart flutter, honestly. It's amazing. All of these Lash Princess mascaras are so good. So I'm just going to pop in on my bottom lashes now with the mascara. So I normally just do this, and then I'll go in with a cotton bud underneath just to get any of the excess mascara, so like so, and then I just like roll it underneath them, and as you can see, you've got all the excess there instead of it going on underneath your waterline. I hate when mascara gets under there because it makes your eyes look so small. Oh my god, it looks so much better. Okay, I'm so happy with the final outcome. Do you see like all that kind of texture? That's what I love in a fringe, when it's not like perfect. So that was me attempting to cut my hair and attempting to make myself look less dead, and I honestly think we did a pretty good job. Like, I don't think I did that bad at all. Let me know if you enjoyed watching this and if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. But that is it from me today, friends. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves and keeping safe, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. I love you all so very much. Bye bye, friends.